Hello everyone, this is Lolly. I have a new way of doing hidden paper clips for you today. I think you're going to love it because it's super easy, super fast. You make the base or the blank ahead of time. And then whenever you're ready, you can just pull one out and decorate it. And I will show you these in more detail at the end to explain how I did each one of these. So what you're going to need, now I'm using an 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock. You don't have to use that, but because it's 8.5 this way, it's just a perfect length. And so you cut this into 1.5 inch strips. That will give you 7 1.5 inch strips, and then this little 1/2 inch left over. You can make one of these wider if you wish. You're going to need clamps for sure. You're going to need the glue of your choice or glues. And no scoreboard needed. This is super easy. This is what they're going to look like. So you just make them ahead, and whenever you need one, pull it out, embellish it. That simple. Let me get some paper clips out, and I will show you how easy this is to mass produce these, and then we'll decorate really quick. I think that it does help to have a bone folder, some way to crease your paper once you fold it. Okay, so all I'm doing is I'm using this grid here. Excuse it from being so messy. I'm using my grid and I'm folding it over, so I've got this end is a 1/2 inch between this and this. Another thing that's great about this is you're not going to see this in the finished product, so you could even use cardstock that you're not thrilled with. So now that we've got that, all we have to do is fold that end up to the top and fold that end up to the top and crease. No scoreboard needed. And you have this nice W shape, and we're going to do all of those. So again, I'll repeat that. Get to within 1/2 inch there. Fold that over. Fold that over. And it really does, don't fret about whether it's perfectly lined up or you perfectly cut it. It really doesn't matter, because again, this is a base and you're not going to see this. You're only going to see your embellishments. I love this because this is something you can quickly do and make a lot of these while you're listening to your favorite podcast, watching YouTube videos, or watching television, listening to music. You could do this out on the deck and enjoy the sun. Now these could be an M, it could be a W. I like to set them aside so that they look like a W right off the bat. While you're at it, please take a minute to give a thumbs up to this video and subscribe to my channel if you are not already subscribed. For those of you who are new, I run a group on Facebook called Paperclip Art. My admin and I really are all about the inspiration in the group. Okay, so now I have 7 of these. So we're going to take our paper clips. Now use your glue of choice. I like to use my Barely Art glue for paper, but when it comes to paper clips, I'm still pretty particular about using a real permanent glue. I give a little swatch there, and push the paper clip down. And you know, one side is longer than the other. It really doesn't matter with this which way the paper clip goes as to which loop goes in front and which one goes in back, because it fits either way. Easy, easy, easy. So just do all of these. This is why I want it shaped like a W, not an M, because it's going on that centerpiece there. And let's speed this up. Now, the paper clips we're using are these jumbo ones. They're about 2 inches long. The next thing we need to do is glue the paper, and we need to clamp this. So I'm going to go around the paper clip and into this section here, but not where I already have my power tack, and just clamp. I want to clamp it on either side of that paper clip. Now the things that you can do on these, you can just cut a strip of your decorative cardstock to put over it. You can put fabric scraps over it. You can put ephemera over it, die cuts. You can embellish with whatever you have on hand. So all those little paper scraps that you've been saving and feeling guilty about getting rid of, you can use these for these projects. And those are done. So I'm going to leave my glue here. So while those are setting up, let's just put those aside so we can look at what you can do to decorate. So let's just take one of our blanks out here. Like I said, I have a whole lot of them. So the beauty of these is they already have the crease here. They have the different size. This would be the front, and that's how you're going to put it on. Now I notice it goes down flush. So whatever you glue above this cardstock is going to stick out above your project. So I hope that makes sense. So if you want something that sticks out above your book, you can make your project stick out farther. So again, you can glue ephemera on there. Let's look at some of these. And you can make them single-sided or double-sided. Don't worry about having to have decorations on both sides. Most of the paper clips I make are only single-sided, so it's okay to not have anything on the back. I'm using pieces from P13. This is called Woodland Cuties. And so all you have to do is just layer these on there however you want. Get some really cute embellishments like that. Isn't that adorable? But I think I don't want two critters here, although he is adorable. I'm thinking, oh, look at this. Oh my gosh. I think that would be cute. Be really nice to have a word. I might save that and put a sentiment right on that sign, just like that. Okay, so let's put the flowers down first. Notice I'm going off the edge. So if you were using cardstock for the base that you were just trying to get rid of, I would cover the whole thing up. I'm just lifting them just a little bit. Now this will be so adorable because I can put a sentiment right on that sign or even write something on it. Now, you know, because you have a paper clip in there, it's not completely flat. It is slightly rounded going around that. So you need to give it a little extra love in holding this down. Maybe even give it a couple clamps here while you're waiting. So just like that, you have decorated a project. So let's say you were working with these pieces and you wanted to make a project here. You wanted to make a paper clip to go with your journal. That's very cute too. And suddenly 2 pieces of ephemera and we're done. Or you can turn it over and also embellish the back. So also, like this one is the Woodland Cuties paper cut, die cut garland. So if you look at these, they are already pre-made garland pieces. All you have to do is line it up wherever you want it, right here, or if you want it to go above your book, right there, because this is going to be hidden just like that. And that's all you have to do. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Now I want to show, if you're doing a double-sided, let's do this as a double-sided one. If you're doing a double-sided one, you want to glue straight across the top. Well, let's glue it on and show you. Okay. Okay, so let's glue that down. Okay, now, if you want a back to match the front, don't glue all over because you will glue the paper clip shut, and I actually did that, and then you won't be able to put it on a page. So only glue across the top, and then on here down to just that top flap right there. Then you can match this up. Just like that. And I'm just kind of holding it down for the top there, where it's gluing to the actual blank. Now, because of these, it makes it a little harder to get onto your book, but it's still doable. And you can see how far up that is going to be staying, but it's pretty from both sides that way. Isn't that gorgeous? Let's take these off, and it's done. It's just so cute. Okay, so here's a thing. I see another one of these sets. This one is You Can Be Anything. And there are some words. You will notice at the beginning of videos, sometimes it says sponsored content. Whenever we are given something, we should select that. on our videos. So let's use the little dream one. And since I was given these ephemera packs at Creativation, I need to give them credit. And thank you so much to P13. Their booth was simply amazing at Creativation. They have such beautiful designs. So now I'm going to put that sentiment right there. I'm going to put a little bit of an angle. And keep in mind that if you do thick embellishments and this goes down inside your book, you do have to deal with the thickness of the embellishments. Okay, this is ready. And let's look at all of the other clips I did. And by the way, these are done. I can take these off, add them to my stash of ready-made blanks. When you think I need a quick paper clip for my journal, you've got these blanks already set aside like this. This one is just a stamp. I just got this stamp from an Etsy seller. I just stamped it and cut it out on both sides. I cut it a little shorter on the back, and I just put little die cuts that I had on there. Very, very cute. Same thing, it's the same, but I made the back is just as long as the front, so it's a little harder to get it onto my paper. I put eyelets in it, and I put the numbers from a die set from Elizabeth Craft Design, and that could be a great birthday for someone who's turning 34. Put that in their birthday card. This one is ephemera pieces from Echo Park. And I put a eyelet in the top. I can put ribbon in there. This is the one that the very first time I glued all the sides shut, and I realized, what am I doing? Because now it's no longer a paper clip because I can't put that around a book. So don't glue the sides. It's a pretty embellishment, but all it can do now is just go over. It'll just fit like on a tag. It'll go over the top of a tag, but the sides are glued shut, almost like a seed packet. This one, I just used 2 strips of paper that were like this. I glued one in the front, one in the back. These are scrap papers that I had, and I put tissue paper and other little fine scraps on it. And then I just stapled these from Tim Holtz. These are his, oh, I don't know what you call them, but they're in the supply list down below, film strips. I stapled them on there with a tiny attacher, put this bulldog clip and some twine right there. And you can even use your business card. How fun is that? Imagine if you wanted to give this to someone, and then see, I put the paperclip blank right up against the edge of the business card. If you want, you can make it stick out farther. But how fun is that to use your business cards on these? So fun. So thank you for watching. I'm going to give you a link underneath this video to the paperclip art group, and I hope you will consider joining. You need to be on Facebook for at least a year, and you need to answer the questions that Facebook gave you. So thank you for watching. I think you're going to love making your own paperclip blanks, because this is a game changer for me, and I just think that is the most incredible way to be ready to create when you already have this setup right here. And isn't that fun?